Hi, this week's Parsha uh, is a dual Parsha, Parsha Bahar and Bikosai or Bikotai. And I want to focus on Parsha Bahar, which has one of the most troubling lines in all the Torah for me. And it goes like this. It's in Vayikra or Leviticus 25, Pasuk 45. So Leviticus 25, verse 45. V'gam mibnei hatoshavim hagarim imachem mehem tiknu umim mishpachtam asher imachem asher holidu bartzachem v'hayu lachem la'achuza. And this is Safaria's translation, and I'm also reading this from Safaria.org, wonderful online library. You may also buy them from among the children of aliens resident among you, or from their families that are among you, whom they may got in your land. They shall become your property. And it goes on about like that. And so basically, in a nutshell, it's saying, to me, super ironically, that a nation that was slaves has now been given legislation to not only like have slaves, but have them forever. And it's so horrible. So horrible. So horrible. So, what's going on here? Now, luckily, I'm not the first person to be like, wow, what's going on here? And well, first off, the slavery here is not at all like the slavery institution that in America and a lot of other places, at least according to what I've read, and the laws around it. For example, in Deuteronomy, there's a like if a slave runs away, like you can't take them back. So even though it's like, and if you hurt a slave, like physically, like they're free. You made them. So it's definitely a different institution. That being said, it's slavery. I don't care how nice it is. Like you're taking somebody and like owning them and passing them on to your kids. It's horrific. So I'm very grateful for oh no, did it? Oh, okay. I'm very grateful for uh, Rabbi Gamliel Shmalo, who wrote this journal article, Orthodox Approaches to Biblical Slavery. I believe he's a rabbi at YU, an adjunct professor, and he goes through like this article. I highly recommend it about different Orthodox takes on this situation. That you have someone like Rav Sachs, who he cites, who says like basically that God didn't want God wanted to wean the Jews off slavery, basically like he wanted to end it, and like this is like a way of kind of weaning them off. Um, and you know, like, and there's a lot of other ideas around it, but that basically say that like uh, that it was different, and it was not meant. It was either meant for, if one could believe, like for the good of the nation around, to help them teach them moral ways of living, and like they weren't permitted to like make a new slave. They had to buy one that was already a slave. So it was a way to like almost like kind of free the slaves from other nations and teach them moral living. Like, uh, you know, there's that idea. I I do like the idea that of the ideas that I read and I understand is that the and even though I don't like the idea, it's one that sits with me best. It's all uncomfortable, but that you know it might be, and I forgot who said this. Someone said this that like you know it is because they were slaves, perhaps that they needed it couldn't be just cold turkey quit, and they had perhaps Hashem permitted like, all right, you can do it. I'm going to put these like restrictions on it, and hopefully that'll eventually lead you to it. And there's a great story in the Talmud in Avodah Zara 17b where it seems to bear fruit in that way that Rabbi Eliezer apparently like he freed his slaves against the Roman rule and was like almost got killed for it. And so that seems to bear out that, you know, moral development did work among the Jewish people um, this way. And I guess it points to the idea that, um, you know, it, it's not so simple um, to change.